placement does teammate get? They're only one game behind that tie for 8th and 9th, keep in mind, or the one game ahead, I should say. And as you were talking about, only 3 wins behind a spot for 6th. Team Dignitas already lost today, so maybe that's only 2 games behind. If they win today, it's certainly an achievable goal. We'll see if they make it, and we are, of course, into picks and bans. Kalista and Azir just hop off the tier list. Impulse get rid of some of the OPs.
In terms of teammates' standings, they're still one of the teams that could end up in the auto-relegation zone. There's only 4 teams that can even end up in auto-relegation.
Yeah, it's true. It's becoming an increasing long shot here, and I feel like that 10th place spot is unlikely for them. As you mentioned, it is possible TDK could go on a tear, but we'll see them in the next game here.
But out of the bottom teams, Teammate is definitely the one that has the most realistic hopes of making it to playoffs.
They have more wins than anyone else.
That is why it is the most realistic.
All right, so interesting bans. And,
oh, wow.
And, yeah, you're seeing some that are particular to the teams they're against, like this Yasuo ban, but it means that Rise is up for one of the very few times here in North America.
Exactly. Rise, Shen, Alistar, Nautilus, all these champions still left up. You wouldn't be surprised to see them taken away here. Global Comp taken away from Team Impulse.
That's interesting. I mean, it would have to be a support Shen, most likely, for TiP if they were to pick the champion themselves. Now, you mentioned the Nautilus and Alistar still left up. Those are available here, and it's one of the very, very, very few times we see a red team pick their mid laner first if it's not Azir.
Yeah, they're just taking away from TiP, because this is the comp that they ran yesterday, centered around these 2 guys. Calitrolls plays a lot of Shen. It's not that support Shen that we were seeing from Adrian, but the Twisted Fate for Golden Glue is kind of a new flavor for him. He hasn't played that yet in North American LCS this split.
We get to see what's next on the tier list, though. Of course, Alistar definitely actually losing a little bit of popularity in North America. We'd seen Shen and Nautilus a bit more than him, but still happy to pick that champion up. Of course, with Shen being a flex, teammate could have still grabbed the Alistar for themselves as well, and so a bit of a rush on grabbing that one for Impulse here. Corki, though, the interesting grab. We haven't seen really many mid-marksmen other than AP Ezreal or Varus in a while, but there's always the chance Xiao plays that. Otherwise, Apollo back in one of his more comfortable champions in Corki.
It's true. Whenever he doesn't get the Sivir, he defaults to the Corki, sometimes the Graves. But I believe he's gotten Sivir every game except for 4 games.
One Corki, 1 Graves, 1 Kalista, and
2 Graves.
A second Graves game.
2 Graves, 1 Kalista, 1 Corki, everything else Sivir. So it's taken away, which I think is a very intelligent ban from Teammate. It stops Apollo from having to rely on that champion. And in that sound on tape we just heard of him, he still has to learn how to get to these fights. Sivir is kind of the crutch that lets you do that very easily. So if he's playing Corki, it's a much taller order for him. So hopefully he's learned something in these past few weeks.
I don't like the idea that, like, Apollo just gets shoved onto this utility role where it doesn't matter if he's bad. I feel like he's been a very, very good player this split.
He has been stepping up, yes.
And, I mean, he's been pretty impactful. Speaking of impactful players, though, Nian on this Jinx here, we saw Turtle nearly able to carry on it, but Nian, once again, playing a strong laning and, in this case, a very strong team-fighting AD carry as well. Once again, Nian being one of the major carry forces with most likely tanks around him. The Gragas have been picked up already. So with Rek'Sai ban, we actually didn't see any jungle picks until the 6th pick of the draft. Actually a bit strange to see that happen. Of course, Rush having to play Lee Sin, and Xiao will get his Ahri.
It's because you're up against Rush. You really don't care about what jungler he's going to take. He doesn't care about it in the tier priority list because nobody's contesting Lee Sin. He's not even going for Gragas when it's open, so he's very comfortable playing this champion. And TiP go with a strategy here that's kind of a mixed bag. Their wave clear is okay. Their assassination potential and lockdown is really good. They have a lot of pick potential. They have okay team fighting. It's actually
they have
very
a rise.
good.
Their team fight
is really good just based off of that champion. So they're looking for team fights. They're looking for picks and vision control, which is typical TiP style.
Oh, team would have to pick their, I'm going to guess, top lane or support flex pick here so far. They know they're up against Rise top. The question is what they think is a good matchup here. This is one of those situations where you really expect a lane swap, and I would almost want to see teammate go old school and play a Smite jungler or a Smite top laner just to extend the lane swap even longer and actually let him have some gold coming out of the matchup, but it's a bit less likely, and they're going to look at the Nautilus. That seems like the very obvious lock-in here, and it's still going to be a bit of a flex. It was a Shen top twice before for Calitrolls, so
Dodo
actually
hasn't
3
played
times
it yet.
before, but yeah, we'll see what it ends up being here.
Cali likes it because you can't dive him as easily. You get the taunt level 2 or level 1, but we'll see if he goes with that top lane Nautilus. Just swap it back and forth.
This is interesting. As we look at the champions coming through, of course, we have multiple globals for teammate. We know about the strategy. They've even got a global from their AD carry, so as long as Porpoise shows up, the entire team can show up, and that's just powerful. Team Impulse, I think, are banking a lot on this Rise. The very heavy magic damage focused composition. And Jat was making this point, actually, on the analyst desk off camera, that there's some champions who do so much damage that even MR stacking doesn't stop them, and he said Azir is one of them. I think Ryze might be one of them, where even though they're all magic damage, it might not even matter.
It's true. Aegis of the Legion doesn't offer... It offers 20 to everybody, but it's not a massive
amount. It's not
amount.
infinite, yeah.
And carries are always going to be squishy. You'll get a QSS, maybe a Banshees, but then you'll have the Aegis of the Legion on top of it, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Right. So your tankiness is always very kind of low, and you're always assassinatable.
Absolutely true. So we'll see if the front lines are durable enough here. And, of course, the action's about to go live here. So tweet at a little esports with either hashtag TiP win or T8 win. We will check in throughout the game to see which way you guys are voting. But it's going to be a battle. A bit looking like playoff positions here. Team 8 able to challenge here for a top 6 spot. Impulse on a large winning streak. Maybe they hit a bye. Maybe they falter. We're going to see if it happens today.
TiP, they're looking to get to those top of the standings. They've been around that 4th, 5th position all split long. They want to make a surge towards the top. TSM just lost. This is the time to start climbing up above people and getting up there. TSM even lost to Team 8. Team 8 took them down, and that's the surge that they're riding coming into this game.
I mean, this is what's interesting. Is we talked about Team Impulse's win record and how this could be their 5th win in a row. In the back half of the split, Team 8's only lost 1 game. You could say their schedule's easy. It was Enemy Esports and Cloud9, but they beat TSM, and maybe Team 8, just like Impulse, are actually coming online, and just maybe this is a better team than we might think. They had roster changes just at the beginning of this split, actually in the middle of this split. It's only been a few weeks with Golden Glue.
Yeah, I definitely think that Golden Glue and Nien having that time to adjust is going to be beneficial to them. Blind checking in here. They have been spotted, though.
That's a really smart call by Impulse, though, to expect the early moves of Team 8 and then counterplay it here. Right? Another ward to watch where the invade path goes. They know these guys are inside a blue buff.
They want to fight.
I mean, this is just research. They know Team 8's level 1. They know exactly where these guys are heading. A lot of MIA pings. They know that they're somewhere in these brushes.
They're just waiting for them on the exit, but
Team
8 are just backing inside the jungle.
That is such a key trinket right there, though. That went over the wall. Means there's no invade path. And actually, Impulse... It was a really cute idea, but the execution on the back half was not quite there. They don't catch anybody out. And that plan's going to mean worse warding for Impulse than Team 8 got. Team 8 will know which side Rush starts on in the jungle. Impulse don't have that info themselves. They're trying to see if they're leaving. Not happening. Now they're going to be late to lane. AD carry's not going to get to his lane in time. They're hoping they're starting blue. It's not happening.
Yep. Unless it's a lane swap, they'll be in an okay position here, but... Yep.
They'll still be late. They can't build a
the best leash in the world.
A 4-man jungle start, dude. I mean, back in like 2010, Dragon was up by now. Do you see like occasional like 4 or 5-man Dragon plays? Impact also was given the Gromp, by the way, on purpose. Ooh. They're feeding Impact money.
So it's actually they get the lane swap called on them, and Nien's the guy who doesn't like lane swaps. You can see him backing right now in the brush, or he loves lane swaps. So he doesn't like 2-on-2s.
But he gets a lot of damage.
But he wants
Apollo,
this
who
one.
face-checked this brush, and Adrian trying to heal him with some Relic Shield stacks. And well, now we're in the matchup, and it's with an advantage for Team 8.
Yeah, he's definitely going to stay in this one. Nien's the guy in Challenger who is always swapping the lanes, wanting that early lane phase to go his way so he can call in the late game. And now, that's just the lane pretty much handed to him. You get a lot of HP out of Apollo. You make him blow the stacks. He hasn't blown his potion just yet, though. But it's still pressure advantage.
You don't really need it.
Exactly.
So.
It's still pressure advantage to Team 8 in that top lane.
All right, well, okay, let's watch where the supports go. Dodo with an early roam. He's leaving Jinx by himself 1v2. Gold card and a taunt flash. Maybe put some damage on Xiao Wei Xiao. I don't see him dying for this, though, and Rush is nearby. Gold Glue's 3, and Dodo does not find the play. Maybe he was anticipating the early gank from Rush, but it doesn't come through.
Yeah, Rush hasn't even done his red just yet. It's that solo jungling, putting him a little bit behind.
Yeah.
He's still got potions, though. So he'll be able to pick up his red. He'll be able to look for a gank. I would assume near the bottom lane. Nautilus is a very, very easy target to gank. You'll have the roots. If you can get in front of him, which isn't difficult for a Lee Sin to do, then there's almost no way out for him.
We'll see if that scary gank happens. Corpus actually is going to take down this Scuttle Crab, no big deal. Rush is fine going through his jungle. He did get a pretty sizable leash at the very beginning from Impact. The first 2 camps were shared, so he's actually not used any of his potions yet. Rush is just able to easily, healthily clear the jungle. Great charm and a gold glue, bit of damage coming through. But otherwise, we're sitting into a pretty mellow early game.
Porpoise is looking for some action in the bottom lane. Rush is going to complete his back, and then Porpoise is predicting the bottom gank right now. You see Nautilus is pushed up. Calitrolls needs some safety, but he came down there just off the timing that this is when Rush would have completed his jungle, and he would be down in this area. But they get nothing for it.
No, nothing at all. The early pressure not happening. I know that Rush, even though he is very early game focused, you can see continuing that with a double longsword buy, not the upgraded smite, just wants the damage to fight champions with. He is looking for the top lane. He's going to take Grump first, but this might be where we see action happen. Keep in mind, Jinx has really poor escape tools, and a flash pulverize into headbutt into Lee Sin is probably going to be a kill. So any reasonably equal lane, if Adrian's within 500 range, that turns into a kill.
If Dodo is fast enough, he's able to taunt during the headbutt to prevent the pulverize follow-up.
I'm talking flash pulverize.
Oh,
like
flash
not
pulverize?
Even giving him a chance.
And then it's as he turns around, you might be able to taunt him, but that's why you can't keep them next to each other.
True. Yeah, you stun them both. There's no chance at all for Dodo to help him. So mechanics and positioning itself might be very important here. Rush able to trade scuttles so far, and we're just not seeing a whole lot of action. Mid lane, by the way, is going pretty heavily Xiao's way right now. Yeah. Plus 10 CS in an undisturbed lane is actually a pretty significant advantage for 5 minutes in.
Xiao. Teammates stole the composition that they ran yesterday for the most part. They want it back. Prove who plays it better.
Well, right now it's teammate on a pretty fast-growing deficit. The bottom lane also plus 12 CS here with the Rise winning over Nautilus. You know, one thing that's interesting is when Impact was doing the double jungle and they gave him the Grump, it gave him the money to have 5 potions and a ward. So a planned level 1 to keep Rise ridiculously safe, to plan from the lane for 6 minutes straight, probably get some wards from Rush later on. And here's the going for the play, 6 on both! Ignites on, still did not charm, but Golden Glue the whole time.
Oh,
that was a big charm dodge.
If that charm had landed, there would have been a couple more autos. His placement would have been different, and he would have gotten both parts of the queue just like he did there. That would have been a kill.
Well, still 2 summoners burned for 1 of Xiao. It's an ultless Ahri, but still a big lane advantage. Gets to shove 1 more wave in. Porpoise will have to absorb that, and Golden Glue gets an okay recall with cooldown boots.
You see Nien, as soon as he has the gold, back for pickaxe, go down bottom, avoid the lane, get away from this Corki and this Alistar.
And also, I mean, maybe try to keep Impact down. I feel like this is a lane that teammate really wanted a lane swap into to try to hold down Rise. Sometimes it just means who you're denying more so than who you're, you know, succeeding with. And right now, Impact very well off the ground. We'll see Dodo. I like this, actually, that when they lane swap, before going into the lane, Dodo walks around to put some wards down. His sight stone's here. He doesn't go for any deeper wards. I guess he was afraid of meeting Lee Sin, but they could have warded all over that red buff area and tracked the pass a whole lot better. These are actually fairly defensive wards, all things considered, for Dodo.
It's true. Getting those wards are very risky, like especially since he has the Brutalizer early on Rush.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're afraid of Lee Sin, but, like, you're Shen, and your Greg is right behind you. Like, I don't think you're in danger here. I feel like it's a missed opportunity. Ooh. Rush, though.
He knows there's no summoners.
Yeah, this is...
He would not be afraid to go in.
Oh! Golden Glue!
Got him!
Yes, please!
Spotted him.
That was...
That ward.
LCS big wards, man. I've never been that excited for a ward before. Like, come on, really? Like, that was one of the best wards ever placed in League of Legends.
Yeah, they did spot him, though, walking through with the pink ward that they have in the brush.
Never mind, I retract that.
And he checked the brush right below it, too. So the river brush.
All right.
The one that's right up there.
Never mind, I can do that ward. This is garbage. Golden Glue, I've revoked here. That's more like Silver Glue right here. The second best ward I've ever seen. Those guys are right next to us. Like, I can hear their responses to every joke.
Did you bring your family?
No, not even they like my jokes. My sister is not a big fan. Dodo, though, trying to zone out Apollo, and right now, actually, we really don't have Adrian helping anybody out. So Apollo, what? He just had, like, Valkyrie on his own side of the base, but Impact's going to find Calitrolls. Calitrolls choosing to fight because he's got a Shen on his team. Flashes to get him in a range. Impact, it does not have Flash anymore. Powers, he flows with Cats.
Pour one out.
Big plays right there. Teammate, knock him down. Calitrolls chose to fight that. He knew it was okay.
He just had the team backing him up there. That's one of those Calitrolls where I'm going in. You guys come to me. Show up. Be in attendance.
One of the big things there was Adrian wasn't in lane, so no one could stop Dodo's ultimate.
Yep.
I actually couldn't find out where Adrian was going, but the fact that Shen got to it whenever he wanted to was a big deal there.
Where Dodo was going?
Yeah, Shen Dodo.
Okay, yeah.
I'm getting my names backwards. I apologize.
It's okay. Both teams, both their tri-codes start with T.
It's not even a tri-code.
One of them isn't even a tri-code.
Both the artworks are kind of purplish. That's why.
There you go.
I almost said Apollo for Adrian. I'm just getting worse. They both start with A at least.
They do. They both share a lane together. But Dodo, yeah, he walked off into nowhere just so he could be able to ultimate and make sure there's no chance of having it interrupted. Just really good play. That means that it was definitely thought ahead of time, where Impact is going to fight me, I'm going to fight him, we're going to turn it around. A lot of flashes blown for that, but they got the kill.
Yeah.
And it went on to Cali Trolls as well. Even though Porpoise Pops threw out the cask, it did go to Cali.
Now it's definitely a big deal. Nautilus being unkillable is going to be an important point here. They can definitely lock up Ryze, and keep in mind that ever since we saw Ryze be super popular in 2014, his builds are a lot less tanky. You're seeing Tier and Roa, and usually another AP at him afterwards. There's no Frozen Heart Rush anymore.
Yeah,
so this is a killable Ryze.
Yeah, you don't go Frozen Heart because the cooldown reduction from his ultimate just in there. But look at this, they're ready to turn this around.
Over the big play, a lot of damage to Apollo. Explosive Cast separates them all, which keeps the
TP
backline safe. Dodo's going to be fine here. Yeah, TP canceled from Impact. Cali Trolls probably just anchored him. Didn't ult for that one. And all is going to be well here. So, back at the bot lane, just some equivalents. 400 gold lead for teammate thanks to the first blood. And
Cali actually just walked up to him
and autoed.
He was about to auto, but then he just canceled it and tried to turn it around. So Impact saw that he was in a bad spot to TP.
All right. Well, I suppose if he expected Cali Trolls to TP himself, then it would have been the right choice. But
now Cali has teleport priority in top lane.
For 2.5 minutes.
And Ryze is not a very good turret pusher, so you're not at risk for your turret getting destroyed if you leave that lane.
Absolutely true, yeah. You have to burn your ulti cooldown for even a chance. And even then, the turret damage itself is pretty crap, so.
Yeah.
Still holding into a small CS lead, though. Impact is winning the CS laning phase battle, despite getting killed. That's honestly, to me, fairly impressive. And of course, gold-wise, the kill makes that a gold difference, but we'll see if that pays out any further. We still set at the same 500-600 gold lead that we had before. Xiao Xiao still with the advantage, but because of TS passive, he's actually winning in gold. Golden Glue is, so. Yep. Just more mechanics at work there. You expect teammate to have a gold lead just from their champion abilities. Jungler's also holding equal, even with Porpoise's assist giving 100 free extra gold.
Yeah, they actually, teammate yesterday got first blood against TSM. They were able to snowball from there. Is this another one of those opportunities? There's no flash on Impact.
Flashless Ryze, and here comes 4 champions. As soon as Dodo's ult's back up, another play is created behind the turret. Nothing for Impact to do. What a good gank.
Xiao Xiao trying to make the best of the situation. It's one guy, though. They're just going to turn it around on him.
Away. Oh, wow. Cali Trolls actually wanted to fight that.
Yeah, he did.
That was a bit greedy. But guys, we can't.
Would have been a 2-on-4. Golden Blue had no mana, though.
Yeah, but on 2-on-3, Cali Trolls either. That just doesn't seem like a fight that you'd actually want to take.
Oh, man. I actually played against a global composition yesterday. I had a Shen and a Twisted Fate last night, and I hated it. I hated it. They also had an Evelyn, and I hated it even more. I couldn't do a single thing, and that's the pain that TiP is feeling right now. They played this comp yesterday. The strengths of it are that all you have to do is lane for a little bit and then take action, and it's so easy to actually get into these fights. Even just Twisted Fate is going, it enables the Shen to TP to him. There's just so much lockup between those two champions and the fact that they have global presence.
I mean, it's kind of no wonder why TiP likes this composition.
Yeah.
Here's a comp where every 3 minutes you just get to kill someone.
And you get to do it so easily, too. That's the thing, is the margin for error on this is so large, you have to mess up really badly to not execute on it.
Yeah, TiP even shows you if you're getting counter-ganked. You'd have to opt into a bad fight to take a bad fight. So, although, of course, there's always the old adage, gank the lane at the global. Of course, those are 3 lanes, so, gank a lane is kind of a hard rule to follow.
But then the other lanes show up to that lane.
Right, that's the joke.
Exactly. But that's the problem.
I know.
Is there's no real crack in the armor here. You go for Golden Glue, Dodo and Cali show up.
Oh, big play though. The jump on Nian. The globals are down. That was the other big part here. Nian's going to die for this one. The globals have longer cooldowns than other ultimates, so they can't always show up. Of course, a big play by Adrian, and now you've got to be careful with your Shen here.
Exactly.
Ooh.
You have to operate within those windows. Cali Trolls had his TP, but he didn't have ultimate, and he wasn't in a spot to actually get away with it with Impact right there.
Looks like the hit window down right there. The window's been minimized, and couple of kills go through. Also, mid lane pressures here. Golden Glue getting a bit bullied around. But can't quite get the turret here. Impact, wow. Really tried hard there.
Taking a stroll.
A bit aggressive and going to get punished here. And we are already at double sight zone for Team Impulse. Not the case yet for Porpoise here. So the vision not quite with teammate as freely. They've got to pay for their wards a bit more. So tracking Impulse moves can be hard. Yeah, 4-man rotation mid. The end pops. The ulti is going to do some damage and hit some minions, but not enough damage dealt. Turret goes through. Impulse with 2 turret kills, keeping the gold equal. Actually a lead.
They're not getting anything off of these TPs and these global plays except for the kills on teammate's side. And right now, it's just not going to start cutting it because of the fact that they're getting all these turrets. You need to be able to make those plays. We saw them make a play top, and then they weren't able to get the turret off of it because TiP reacted to it. And now teammate off of back timers are having objectives taken off of them.
I mean, think about what happens when your champion leaves their lane, right? Like, there's a reason mid lane was already so injured. Xiao shoved the turret in twice every time Golden Blue left. And CS lead plus 30. That's going to pay for roughly 2 kills worth of gold. Turret going down, also a kill and a half worth of gold there. And yeah, if you don't get anything except the kill, that can actually easily be outstripped. Good plays by Impulse. Nothing really overcommitted by them. That got punished at least. And we sit on a small lead.
Yeah. The caveat here is it's Twisted Fate. So he's actually only behind 50 gold.
He's got a kill, it helps.
Yeah, he's got a kill, but it's two turrets and 20 CS up. So it's just because it's Twisted Fate, it's much closer.
Yeah. I mean, the mechanics are always really interesting and weird to deal with here. No dragons picked up just yet, though, so no invisible gold margins here. We're keeping the math simple somewhat. Xiao has hit the breakpoint of one-shotting caster minions with his Q, though. That's actually a really big wave clear goal. It really, really helps Xiao get around the map.
It feels so good, too, when you get that needlessly large rod so early on and you're able to execute on that. It just makes your timing of roaming better because you get to clear the wave 1Q and then you get to go somewhere else instead of having to auto-attack and waste about 5 seconds in the lane finishing off the minions.
Yep, and you can see, a ward battle coming through, and actually it's one slightly by teammate here, forcing Xiao off. But they get the scuttle on top 4. They start for Dragon here, and I don't see teammate trying to stop them here. So, vision or not, it's going to be a Dragon picked up for Team Impulse, and right away they realize that Xiao and Impact can go over mid, hold the wave, and deny a push, a counter push rather by teammate, so nothing really gained except a scuttle crab.
They gained the top turret, so Calitrol was able to take that out during all of that, and that's why he wasn't showing up with the TP. So, all in all, they get a little bit closer in gold. Just that 1 kill kind of dividing them at this point in terms of gold. It's about 300, 400 between them.
All right, so we hit the pause button a little bit. Well, keep in mind, it's your finger's kind of on the button because you've got all the globals up right now. So at any time, any small misstep, teammate could say, you know what, it's time to kill someone.
Yeah.
And so you got to constantly watch for it.
You're talking about the pause button, but I don't even know if the go button was ever hit this game. If you even look at Rush in the jungle on this Lee Sin, he did a full clear, backed, didn't look for a gank, did another clear, and he's been very inactive. He went for that Twisted Fate gank.
I think
he's
he has to wait.
0-0-0 at 17 minutes.
I think he has to wait because of the globals.
Exactly.
There's almost no gank that looks good for Impulse.
As a jungler who just played against something like this, it is a nightmare. You have to time all the globals, and you have to just say, this is our window to operate. Or else.
Well, Adrian chose that window by himself. That was a weird one. Got hit up a little bit, took some damage. Rush on top of a ward.
You saw Golden Glue faint towards the top, too. He was looking to get in there if a fight did start. And now, nobody on the bot side to deal with in the end. They're going to equalize turrets here and give a gold lead over to teammate.
And easy visibility. They know Adrian and Rush are up there. It's a smart, safe position here for Calitrolls. He will not get jumped on. Of course, top lane will get attacked, though. It's maybe at worst a turret trade, so their aggression tempered just enough to still become a turret trade. That's going to be just fine here. 3 turrets to 2 is going to be the scoreline, and gold basically will be equal as a result. 27 and change for both these guys. And Impact. Okay, thankfully Dodo's around.
Xiao will start coming down as well. Clearing the Raptors, also making it so that he's not visible on the map, and so it makes them have to back off from this spot. They can't hold it anymore, just in case Xiao is coming.
Yep, and discretion continues to be the better part of Valor here for these guys. Small gold lead remains with Team 8, actually, despite being down a turret here. And to be fair, down a dragon. The kill and farm has gone okay for these guys. Rush maybe playing a little bit more aggressively here. The difficulty is that as these turrets fall down, the map gets more and more spread out, further adding power to the global team.
And you can see Golden Blue first buys Lichbane. He's looking for that turret killing power. He's looking for that one-shot ability, not so much the wave clear.
Yeah.
So this means that it signals to me at least that the split push is something that Teammate is trying to put in their arsenal and their book of tools, because TiP at the moment are pick focused, team fight focused. If you're able to split push versus this comp, you're going to be in a very good spot.
Well, all the lanes can hold pressure. We've still got a sizable farm and now kill lead. Well, I should say kill and now farm lead for the Calitro's top laner here. He's just squarely ahead of Impact. He's got a ton of magic resist here with the Cowl added as well to the inventory.
And a big thing about Nautilus top versus Ryze is Ryze's Q, ever since it's been a skill shot, reaching an 80 carry with it is such a hard task to execute on that. You root, but then there's a body blocker now to get in front of him. And if you can actually just get in front of the Ryze, be the bodyguard for your 80 carry, you take a lot of his damage off, and that's what Calitrols is looking to do later on in the game. The Banshee's Veil already completed on him, just straight out, first item done.
Whoop. Dodo betrays that Porpoise is there by using the stack there, so no good gonna happen. Porpoise tried to make the big play. His jungle all respawned while he was bot lane though, so a lot of gold left in the map that Rush can try to steal, just like this red buff here. And he's gonna run around the jungle with very little vision, but enough to feel like he's safe. And because of the failed gank bot lane, Porpoise is gonna lose Krugs to Rush. Golden Blue continues to wave through the mid lane, but you can see Impulse looking to make the play inside the jungle. If they can bring their whole team in, then there's no problem with the globals, and they get the rep over to Apollo.
Exactly. 5 people, doesn't matter if there's globals. It just allows people to show up, but they're already there.
All right, smart choices made here by Impulse. Of course, I talked about a wide open map being easier to global to, but if it's a wide open map and there's no turrets under pressure because they're all dead already, then you can just stay grouped. And now here's the play for the blue buff. Teleport from Impact. He's going to punish the positioning of teammate Calitrols on the other side of the map. He's not going to teleport in. It's going to be blue buff and red buff in a row stolen by Team Impulse.
For a TP. TP for blue buff. They deny it from Golden Blue.
They have enough time. I don't know if Pal's going to get pressured in time for Dragon. Like, if he really wants to stay, he could.
It's a minute. A minute is
I guess it's a long time
in terms of minion waves.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to get pushed all the way down by this Nautilus, which will create another difficult decision here for Impulse, whose only global teleport either is on cooldown and holds top, or they let top lane be pressured. Which then means teammate can just say, yeah, we'll kill top turret, and just trade that for Dragon. Dragon 2 is not even important.
And honestly, 45 seconds, only 15 seconds have gone by in that time. That's more than enough for Impact to just shove that wave up. He'll have 30 seconds after he clears it, run straight to Dragon, and he'll be there.
I'm not sure why Calitrols is going mid, though. Like, I feel like he should be actively pressuring that turret. Like, I don't like people who have teleport against a guy who doesn't, and say, I'm going to walk at this Dragon, and then we're going to have a standoff, and just, like, let the other lane get pressured. I think you have to actively abuse the TP pressure. Otherwise, I think it's a waste of advantage.
There's always the risk that the Ryze just roots you and keeps tabs on you, because I don't even know if he can fight Ryze just yet.
He can't push Ryze around, certainly, but at least making Ryze stay honest, and then like walking backwards, anchoring to a dead turret and TPing from there is still going to be effective.
It's more risky, though.
I suppose. I just feel like it's the odds stronger play.
Yeah, and when your team is hanging around the mid/Dragon, it's hard for the Twisted Fate to get up to you if something does happen to you.
I feel like TF could reach top from there.
Yeah, but if he's off on the Dragon side, it's harder to have to run up.
Yeah, you're right about that. Okay. Well, it's still not a fight that teammate wants to take, so we sit on a tied gold game. Impulse with pressure on mid as well as pressure on Dragon. Nice charm into Calitrols, but the tanky Nautilus will stay alive for this one. Teammate, though, giving up a lot of ground here. They are forced to run out of their own jungle. And Impulse doing great in the mid game to play around these teleports. They are not opening any opportunities.
That was close, too. They were running out of their own jungle at very strange angles. There were a lot of opportunities there. If Adrian's looking for a flash play, or Rush really wanted to execute on landing a Q, flash, knock somebody back, a lot of opportunity there, but they're just going to give up the Dragon. After everything's all said and done, teammate are just
without teleport.
Teammate are afraid of these fights.
Top lane has been championless for a minute straight, and teammate didn't use TF, even Shen. Just anyone to push the wave in and create pressure. That didn't happen at all. Teammate not playing around the TP timer whatsoever. Great pickup by Impulse. Now they've got nothing to worry about. Go back to their lanes, which of course could be a risk with the teleports for ganks, but they grouped in time for Dragon. They stole the buffs away. They get their own buffs now. Every objective for the last 4 minutes straight has gone to Impulse. At least every neutral monster, that matters.
A little bit
yeah,
of
I think Nautilus doesn't exactly hurt that much, and Xiao gets the wave clear. Teammate really not making anything happen here.
Teammates' ward lines are all pressed up into their jungle because they were just trying to reclaim it. Also, they have pink wards on either side that have been there for a decent amount of time now. But what they need to do is start pressing up, because as you get wards into the enemy jungle, you're able to start executing on split push. But in order to get, if TiP are just all grouped up all the time, it's so hard to execute on that. But look at this! Oh!
Supports in the front line. They're taking enough, though. A nice hook and a Xiao. Calitrol does not pop the ulti. They don't go with the follow-up damage. And another charm's going to land, but Xiao should be fine here. His ulti is last charge used. That means that the ulti could mean a big stun and a big pick. Golden Glue on the side. They've got a lot of damage here. Calitrol shield is on, and Nian is in the fray.
Rush
Impact not in range yet.
Rush is looking for a kickback.
All right, is Rush going to find the play? His Q will get onto a tank only. He finds Gragas, does not go to the play, gets gold carded, gets locked up. A big burst of damage. Stun hits Xiao. They trade jungler for support for top lane, and now kills going back and forth, but Impact hitting everybody. Dodo forced to run. Rocket's going to land a double kill for Apollo. That fight went 4-2 for Impulse.
That 4-2, and they're going to get this turret off of this as well if they keep pressing up. They have Apollo alive, they have the Trinity Force, and they have the wave to do so.
Oh, man, that was such a fight there. And with Rush getting hit at the very start, I thought that was going to be a huge risk there. He actually died too fast to use a locket cooldown to get the shield on. But it still just meant that Impact had time in the bot lane with a fully stacked tier already, with the Seraphs done already, and the Rod of Ages was already at like 8 or 9, at least 9 stacks as they come into that fight. Full Power Rise said hello and
they used so much on him. He goes in, he gets gold carded, taunted, anchor tossed, and Nian flashes away.
That taunt was useless here.
Just all of those, the CC layering onto Rush, means they don't have any for the rest of this fight. Adrian gets knocked to the backline by the Gragas, and then he knocks up Golden Glue. Golden Glue can't reposition, and then Impact just destroys that backline, and Adrian as well as Apollo.
Yeah. A whole bunch of bursts knocked down the Nautilus really, really fast in that fight. Banshees fail or not, Dodo forced to run away. We're back in the mid lane yet again. Rush wants something, but maybe a bit much. Kicks back. No kill picked up, but actually burned Nian's summoner heal. He thought Calitrol was going to die. He wasn't.
Nian is just using his summoner spells as soon as Rush jumps in. He's being very antsy at the opportunity. He didn't have to burn Flash in that previous fight. He didn't have to burn heal there either.
We're seeing teammate, though, get burned in this game. Certainly, you were at a 2,500 gold lead now. One good team fight means Impulse is looking pretty here.
Yeah, teammate looked jumpy.
Yeah.
They're not taking fights, and when fights do look like they're coming towards them, they're being very hesitant about them, at least from Nian's side. See this, though.
Oh, here's the play going. Golden Glue with a shot on top of him.
Flash. Oh.
He chose a part that's another misplay. He picked a spot so far forward, there's no chance he catches Apollo.
He probably could have flashed the wall
faster than the ulti. Yeah, he would have landed the gold card if he flashed that wall, probably.
Oh.
That's rough. I mean, teammate, they failed to play around the teleport timer advantage they had over Impact. They chose to do absolutely nothing. Like, there were 17 options available, and they chose the one that said do nothing and get kicked. TF ulti, they had a wide open Corki, and instead, there's a chance to hit Xiao. Okay, bit of damage, but he's got the ulti. He gets all 3 dashes. Okay, gets 2. He could have probably used the 3rd one. To get away, though, there's really no danger for Xiao here.
There's the 3rd one. Yeah! Helped him get around that crest of the wall.
All right.
Wait for Golden Glue to split push now. He has an Elixir of Sorcery. He's going to do more damage to turrets. He has both types of resistances, so no matter who comes up to him. He's the cooldown for wave clear, and he has the Lich Bane. The only thing he has to be able to do...
It's a dueling build.
Exactly. All he has to do is be able to figure out who he's against, get vision inside this left side jungle so he can execute on it.
Yeah.
Now he realizes, okay, it's Corki. I can push up a little bit.
This is a double Sightstone team. Teammates should not have problems with vision. Rush is the worst ward-killing jungler in the North American LCS.
Ward
It should not be a problem for teammate to have vision here in this game and set up safe split pushes. And it's just not happening. Like, teammate played a solid game against TSM yesterday. They made a lot of good choices. They played safely around dragons, knowing that sieges will be hard against a team fight comp, knowing their engage sucked against a bunch of poke. And so they played it right. They played a smart, slow, safe game. They were winning the vision game against TSM. They didn't let TSM come in to the Dragons. That was the game we saw from Teammate yesterday. It was a smart, calculated, vision-based game.
Yep.
If they do that again, they win.
Well, they're starting that on the left side on the Baron. There's 10 seconds on Dragon, though. And their ward coverage around that area where you would actually have a conflict is very low. They don't even have one on the Dragon at this moment. They're very heavily concentrated on the top side of the map, where both Cali and Golden Glue are. They might be giving up this third Dragon.
And again, all right, so nice job by Impulse. They show up to Dragon on time. You can see they have plenty of wards around that blue buff jungle. Like, if you toggle vision right now to just what Team Impulse can see, I believe they can spot... Oh, I saw red wards. Wow, I got backwards. See, it's enough, though, to at least see what was going on. Teammate only had defensive wards in that jungle. Like, I actually got myself backwards. If you look at their vision, they're walking their own jungle.
Yep.
With the split push team.
Yeah, we've been talking about it. Their ward lines need to be pressed up further. This is the first step to it, though, because they have that line across the river. They just need to be able to go forward. But Cali Trolls and Golden Glue are wasting so much time in this rush. They're waiting for somebody to come split push against them.
You saw them all at Dragon!
But that is not TiP's team composition strength. This team wants to stay together, and if anybody's split pushing, it's Apollo to just clear a wave out with his rockets, and he's going to stay safe. Or Impact just to do this to a wave and then run away.
Run away! Oh, he walked forward because he saw the TP, or the recall rather, and he's actually going to go for this fight. I think he's fine. He is. But all right.
Can't even go through the shield.
This is a bit of a risk. Of course, the entire team could show up, but the rest of Impulse are here. The call was to go kill Cali Trolls. All five were there. He's forced to flash, but guess what? Adrian says hello. There's the headbutt. Pulverized soon to follow the taunt. Cali Trolls going to get charmed in and die. Impact, his second kill of the game. And Impulse, again, just go to the source of the global. All five show up and they kill someone.
Well, it's split push time now for Nien and for Golden Glue. But Baron is on the table. Nien will get a turret. Golden Glue will get some shove out. But there's a TP onto Impact. But they're gonna give up Baron.
Nien should have taken another turret down. Like, just go back into mid lane, go to Gatling gun, knock turrets down. You have to give up this Baron. It's taken. Team Impulse earned this by playing really freaking well. And we're missing a punch. Oh, you're kidding me!
You got it!
Oh my god, and Porpoise gets out as well. What the hell? Teammate get 3 turrets and a Baron up. Cali Trolls dying.
That's a huge swing right there.
Man.
That's a huge swing. Baron going over. They basically, for that play, they lost Cali Trolls for a Baron.
3 turrets and a Baron for Cali Trolls dying.
3 turrets.
Oh my god, wow.
I saw him walk up and I was like, is it really? And it goes down to about 100 or at least 93 is the last number I saw.
So, what is up with casters calling this today, by the way? So you mentioned, or is it with Porpoise? Jack did the same thing with Piglet, by the way.
42.
Flashes, and he gets headbutted out. Adrian, buddy, come on, that's not how it's supposed to work.
Just walk straight through vision.
Yeah,
and it's
flash over the wall, headbutt him first.
Yeah. Exactly. As soon as he approaches, just headbutt him. Just headbutt him.
Yeah.
Keep him out. The support isn't going to do meaningful DPS to the Baron. Just get the jungler out of the pit. You can see this is actually very traumatic for me. Stop him.
Wait. Hey, is this you blaming support? Are you one of those guys? Are you blaming support
now?
It's not Rush for being Lee Sin and getting outsmited?
I'm blaming appealing support. Because it's 50-50 or at least 60-40. But if you keep him out of the pit, it's just 100%. Oh, yeah. But that's the thing. That's the only thing I actually like about when a laner has smite. And I know there isn't one in this game.
You can blame him?
A little bit of a ramble. No, because they're higher level than me. It's their job to smite it. So I, as the jungler, go peel the other jungler. So as Rek'Sai, I'll go fight them. As Gragas, I'll barrel them back and like body slam them so that he can smite. I just hope my laner remembers that he took smite.
It's on cooldown from the team fight, dude. It was challenging smite. Can't use that. All right, so teammate now have a lead. They've got Baron. They've got 5 turret kills. They've got ridiculous flip push power with a Lich Bane TF. There's so much teammate can do now.
Oh, yeah. This is split push power, but they're all grouping up.
That could work, too.
They're all splitting one lane, just in 5 pieces.
They split across the lane. They fanned out as a formation. It's like a fleet of X-Wings. Fleet? I don't know.
Red leader.
Standing by.
Yes, yes.
If only it was red Baron Corky standing by. That'd be amazing. Wrong team, but still cool. At least it's the red team standing by.
Red team standing by. Red leader standing by.
Yoda Way standing by. Yeah, you don't want to taunt Adrian. That'd be useless.
Well, now they finally figured it out. Send Golden Glue to mid lane, have him shove a different lane, and make them try. Like, look at this team composition. Who is going to wave clear and fight Golden Glue effectively? It's going to be Apollo from very far away, but they're Baron buffed up. They're Baron buffed up minions. Well, Ryze doesn't have Flash.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Xiao might be able to, but you need him in your main force to be a big threat.
Oh, God. Well, apparently Xiao can do it. Zhonya's and Shen'el used. Here's the ulti on Xiao and the re-engage. Golden Glue. Blue card. Burst damage. Knocks him down. Porpoise gets the kill. Dodo, though, really low. Gets picked off by Rush, and a second kill comes through thanks to Apollo. Calitro's rooted in place, and that's a 3-for-1 in favor of Impulse in a fight that teammate chose.
Oh, man. That's that one guy getting picked off. The global comp ended up being a global bait. They sent Xiao to deal with Golden Glue, and he got caught out. He was not expecting that. And when you're split pushing, you have to call the MIAs on the other people. Nian is going to get this turret that they were working so hard at getting, but they're going to lose their middle inhib turret.
Wow. Okay, so backdoor. Oh, Corki killed off TiP. Apollo in the back line just out of nowhere with a little bit of help from Adrian. And the Alistar tank is going to do enough to allow the minion wave to come in, knock down that kill that we mentioned, as well as the inhibitor itself, I believe. Gragas is alive, and Impact with the flash cannot quite find Nian, but maybe his team will come around. There's the on the wave ping.
So when Kali comes up.
Dragon's in 20 seconds, though. I don't think they can chase for the kill.
Okay. Yeah, if they were able to kill Impact, then they'd be able to get the Dragon very, very easily. But it's good by him to have restraint, seeing that everybody's coming up and that they are a global comp. They still have some available to them.
You mentioned Nian being jumpy. He had QSS and still flashed away from Ryze. In what world, when you cleanse Rune Prison, do you die to Ryze?
When he casts another Q and then he Rune Prisons you again.
That's last patch.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Nice attempt to steal. Nian, not quite Piglet here.
You're right. He has to cast
spells, right?
He has to cast Q, E, and then Q again. Then he can root you.
Yeah, which he's not going to do, man.
Which is about 0.75 seconds. Yeah, he didn't expect Xiao to come from here.
Ooh, missed the charm. That would have been death if he hit charm.
And Golden Blue's gold card had worn out right then as well. So he had no opportunity to actually turn it around.
And Rush is already here. He's willing to jump into a 1v4, and then Apollo Adrian show up right afterwards, and they're like,
Nian's so late. Nian is so late to this. There's so many pings over on the turret.
Yeah, Impulse showed up way earlier. You're absolutely right about that one. I mean, with all this time they're hitting tanks, imagine Jinx with 6 seconds of DPS there. Kill everybody.
They showed up earlier with the longer route to get there.
Yeah.
They had to go around the jungle.
Oh, Anchor misses. Rush, though, rooted up, takes a fair bit of damage.
There's no real good TP spot into this fight. Yeah,
well, Skylipo starts it anyway, and Dodo just chunked at the start of the fight. Goes down. Apollo cleanses the taunt of the dead Shen. And out goes Calitro's off the flash. Rush going a bit aggressive. He wants to fight. Nian stays alive. Goto gets a kill. Rocket goes too early, does not catch Xiao, but Impact is here. And Impact is angry. Impact's getting some kills. A double kill though for Golden Glue. Keeps the fight a little bit closer. It's a 2-for-3, all said and done. Another Impulse advantage.
Oh, man. TiP just crushing in that team fight. They were able to just use the prowess of their team composition, catch teammate. Like I was talking, it's catch and team fight. And that's all they're looking for here, is grouping up and executing on that. And teammate, they're allowing them to do it. You're seeing 4 men just walk into that jungle, and Golden Glue doesn't even have a split push going. And he's looking for TP opportunities. They're looking for a catch here. They think Rush is caught out. Nice dodge.
Yeah.
And then there's no opportunity for a backline access here. And the fact that Twisted Fate Zhonya's was completed, he's still not willing to go for that aggressive play onto Apollo, because Apollo already has QSS. Apollo's just going to get out of it. He'll do some damage to him, but it's not going to be enough. And Rush, with that access to Nian, really good backline there. And then Impact just walks up. Oh, man. Impact in that fight really didn't get to do a whole lot except walk up afterwards.
He killed one person.
And kill a dude.
Impact started this game 0-2-0. He was the source of both of the early game global ganks. Yeah. And yet he is beating his lane opponent in farm. He's 4-2-3. He is having an absolute great game despite the first 2 deaths. I mean, the recovery's been great from this Ryze player. It's absolutely wonderful. Impulse, you know, as much as we talk about banning Sivir away from Apollo, Apollo is 6-0-7. 100% participation, 0 deaths, doing plenty of damage here. I mean, I just think Apollo's just good at League of Legends.
So,
as a general point.
There's an interesting thing here, because in TiP's 8 wins, or I'll talk about it in a second,
Troll's dead. So is Dodo, maybe. Trying to run away, in comes Rush, he goes for the kick, gets the end into the wall, but it still means Dodo dies, and the Rocket gets tanked up by the entire front line. 3 quick kills picked up, 2 of them by Xiao himself, and out goes teammate here. Baron steal or not, it just doesn't matter. Impulse ready to rush up the gut to win the game. 40-second respawns, inhibitor already dead.
They don't care about a Baron steal. They don't care about anything. They're looking for the end of the game here. Playing to their strengths, looking for the charm.
Ooh, both charms come through. Both flashes, I should say. The QSS comes in. Golden Blue forced to die.
Dead.
Goodbye, Adrian, with the kill secure. 2-1 and 15 for him. Apollo 7-0 and 10. Still 100% kill participation. Perfect KDA this game. A great play overall from him as a player. And that's going to be Impulse with their back-to-back 2-0 weeks, 5 in a row. And these guys have moved up to, I believe, a tie for second. Or they're 1 game behind. No, they're 1 game behind Liquid. Tie for third.
Yes.
Tie for third here with Team Impulse.
TSM.
Yeah.
In a tie for third with TSM at 9-5, and they've had 5 straight wins, won every game in the second half of the split.
Yeah.
TiP definitely on an upswing. And I actually want to talk about something. You were talking about how Apollo is playing so well.
Yeah.
In their 9 wins, he's only died 5 times.
Oh, in their 9 wins. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, in their 9 wins throughout the entire split, he's only died 5 times.
I mean, in this 5-win streak, he's only died twice.
Yeah, exactly. And the times that they win, he never dies more than once.
Yeah.
That's how fast these games are for Apollo, and how much he's playing on the backline, and other threats are taking the aggro, and he is just executing on the AD carry pattern.
I mean, he's a very consistent player, very strong player. He's learned a lot. He said that I had to learn a whole lot coming into the season, and it seems like that learning is going to good use.
And that puts TiP just that much further away from dropping into that 7th place zone, and it keeps Team 8 from coming into the playoffs just a little more.
I mean, the worst they can do now is 9-9. Teammates already got 9 losses. Impulse can't be caught by anyone other than... No, and even Teammate would they be 2-0 against, so it would be a 3-way tie at worst. Impulse, yeah, the worst they could do now is 7th. They're virtually guaranteed. It would be a miracle for them not to make playoffs here. I think this also means multiple other teams are secured. I know Team Liquid is now secured as well. They won and Teammate lost, so Gravity and Liquid are for sure in playoffs now. The old Curse and Curse Academy right now, top 2 in the North American LCS. And for a Team Impulse team that couldn't beat a playoff team in the first half of the split, they remain undefeated in the second half. They are tied for 3rd. The 4th place playoff team from last split is looking to be even better than that.
Yeah, that upswing at the second half, that seems to always be the story, too. The second half of the split, they're like, oh, yeah, we finally got things together. It's the same roster, but they finally got things together, and it's working out with 5 games in a row. That has to do wonders for your confidence.
They're feeling good, and we'll see if they still want to replace the agent at the end of it all, because they said that was the case. But it looks like they're firing on all cylinders here, but we're going to send it down to the analyst desk for a deeper dive.